Welcome to Flashpoint Friday, a weekly series where I select one game at random from Flashpoint's archives and give it a try. And maybe, just maybe, the game might actually be good.
DressUpOne.com, where girls meet to play.
Well, I'm not a girl, but hopefully that shouldn't be a problem, right? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Flashpoint Friday. And as the intro suggested, we have a game from DressUpOne.com. If you try to go to this website now, it redirects you to another website called WePlayTech.com. I don't know if it's the same website that's been rebranded or if a different website bought maybe the domain name after Dress Up One was discontinued, but it looks to be a very similar website with what it has to offer. Games that are ostensibly marketed, it seems, towards a younger female audience. But we'll see what we're in for here. Hit play. And we have a game called Anime Flower Princess, and that is kind of loud on my end. Okay, I had to briefly readjust the volume there on my end so I could hear myself talk. But yeah, all right, Anime Flower Princess. I think we know what we're getting into here, but let's hit play. Yep, it's another dress-up game. Okay, let's get some clothing on you first and foremost. Alright. Yeah, okay. We'll just work off of that for now. So you can change the get-up or the hairstyle, I guess. That's, I mean, it looks like they use Barbie-style anatomy for this, but that's a little questionable, I think. It doesn't look like they're wearing clothing there with the different choices, but let's just go back here. Fortunately, there are no nudity options with this. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be covering this game. One thing that I decided to do very early on in the series was to filter out any sort of obviously pornographic games in the series, so anyone hoping to find some smut in this series, you're probably going to be disappointed. I also filtered out any sort of like incredibly graphic violence or gore or that sort of thing, so any sort of like explicitly 18 plus adult content I filtered out of the search results and on my list, so trying to keep it family friendly as best I can with this series after all. So that's not saying that we won't run across some potentially violent or possibly maybe suggestive. I don't know. I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I haven't run across anything like that so far, but alright, so this is kind of your typical. I'm going to turn this off. Music's looped a couple times. So yeah, this is just your typical dress-up game fare with a cutesy anime girl aesthetic to it. We've seen several of these by now on the series, so I don't know. I'll maybe give her a proper dress this time or something. Of course, it hides a lot of the other options, but what can you do? This pairs well with the dress. Okay, anything else? Give her like hair accessories, bow or flower. We'll go with, I guess that kind of matches the pigtails, right? So, and then an accessory, and then I'll probably call it after that. We'll go with that, sure. Oh yeah, earrings. Do these show up? Okay, I wasn't sure if they'd show up or not with the hairstyle, but apparently the layer this is on top of the hairstyle layer, so we're good in that regard. The red roses kind of match the jewelry there, so I guess we'll go with that. All right, good enough. So, and there is a show button for this, so Nice. Is there a way to change the background, though? Doesn't look like it. So it looks like you might be stuck with the one background. There is a print function, though, so there's that. But, yep, so I guess that's another dress-up game under our belts, right? So that's Anime Flower Princess, a dress-up game where you dress up a cutesy anime-style girl. And, yep, it's like, of all the dress-up games, this is another one, right? At this point, I feel like there's not too much to add for these games, so the kind of people who would play this, who would be into this sort of game, I think we all know who they are by now. Fans of dress-up games, and maybe have a soft spot for anime aesthetics. They would probably get a bit of enjoyment out of this. The rest of us, probably not so much. So, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Flashpoint Friday, and take care, everyone.